Okay, today we're going to start with doing our HEENT assessment, okay? So I'm going to start with inspecting your head. It feels symmetrical, good shape. I don't feel any abnormalities. I don't feel any lumps, lesions. I'm going to look at your face. It looks symmetrical. I don't see any scars, lesions, abnormalities. Looks clear and symmetrical. I'm going to feel for your temporal pulses, which are good and present. And the next thing I'm going to do is check for cranial nerves, your facial nerves, cranial nerve 8. What I'm going to have you do is raise your eyebrows, frown, close your eyes, open them, smile and show your teeth. Good. And puff out your cheeks. Good. Perfect. Okay, the next thing to do, we're going to check your trigeminal nerve, which is cranial nerve 5. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to palpate your masseter and temporal muscle, and I want you to open your mouth and clench your teeth. Open and clench your teeth. I don't feel any clicking. Do you feel any discomfort? You don't look like you're in any discomfort. Good. The next thing I'm going to do, we're going to check for your sensation of touch. So close your eyes and let me know when you feel it. When you do feel it, say now.
No, 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 no.
Okay, good. The next thing to do, I'm going to look at your eyes. So I'm going to look at external structures with your eyebrows, eyelashes. You'll notice everything looks like they're intact. I don't see any swelling. They look symmetrical. I'm going to look at your eyeballs. I'm going to look at the sclera in this eye. Good, nice and white. And conjunctiva is nice and pink. And the same thing on this eye. Open your eyes. Okay, good, nice and white. Okay, and nice and pink. Okay, perfect. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to test for accommodation and convergence. So what I want you to do is look straight ahead and follow my finger. Don't move your head. Good, perfect. I don't see any nystagmus. Everything looks good. Next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna have my lights dimmed. I'm gonna take a look at your eyes. I'm gonna look for your pupillary response. I'm gonna test for your cranial nerves 2 and 3. So one eye is gonna constrict when I shine the light directly in it, and the other one will have a concentric response and constrict. Okay, look straight ahead. Perfect. Let me do it again. Good. I'm gonna do the same thing with the opposite eye. Perfect. Good. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna check for your, I'm gonna look at the red light reflex. I'm gonna do a fundoscopic exam, and I wanna take a look at the disc and the cup of your eyes, and then I'm going to look at your vessels. See the light. You can see the cup and disc. I'm gonna move in a little bit. All right, perfect. See the vessel. Good. And the same thing on the opposite side. Visualizing. Perfect. See the red light. I'm gonna go in a little bit. Okay, see the disc. I'm gonna go in a little bit more so I can take a look at your nerves and your vessels. Good, perfect. Okay, good. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna palpate your ears and take a look at your external structures. So everything looks good, aligned, symmetrical. I don't see any abnormalities on the outside. I don't see, do you feel any pain when I press on it? Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna inspect your ears next. Okay, so I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna pull the pinna out, back and up. Try not to move. Okay, nice and clear. You don't have really much to room in this ear. You can visualize your membrane. It looks nice and pearly white. You know, blow a little bit of air to make sure it's moving well. There's no fluid behind. Good. Okay, then we do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, good. There's a little bit of cerumen in this ear. Nothing concerning. Looks normal. I'm visualizing your membrane. Looks nice and pearly white. And blow a little bit of air at the same time. Good, perfect. And it's moving, so I don't see any fluid behind the ears. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to your nose. Your nose looks aligned and symmetrical. I'm going to have you do the sniff test. So I'm going to make sure it's nice and patent. Take it. Okay, good. Okay, good. This one seems a little stuffy right now, your right nostril. Okay, so I'm going to take a look inside of your nose now. Okay. Ah. It's a little bit dry. Okay, your nose looks a little bit red actually. I see some discharge, a little bit swollen. Yeah, let me. Okay. And I don't visualize any polyps. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay, a little bit red, also some discharge, a little bit swollen. I don't see any polyps on this side. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is I'm gonna look at your mouth. I'll change this for you. You have a lot of discharge on there. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at your lips. Your lips look symmetrical. They are a little bit dry. I'm gonna take a look at your mucosa right now. Okay, open your mouth. Okay, it looks nice and pink, moist. I'm gonna look at your teeth and gums. Okay, looks nice, pink and intact. I don't see any loose teeth, cracked teeth. Stick out your tongue. Looks nice and intact. I don't see any lesions. Lift up your tongue. I don't see any lesions under there, anything abnormal. I'm gonna have you stick out your tongue and say, ah. I'm gonna check your gag reflex. Sorry, I'm gonna gag you and look at your vulva and move it a little bit more. Oh. Okay, good. Got test for your cranial nerve. 5 and 11. I don't know. I'm gonna check your neck. I'm gonna look for any masses. It looks symmetrical. I don't see any scars. And then I'm gonna take a look at your lymph nodes. So your post-auricular first, your pre-auricular first, sorry, then your post-auricular, your right and left. I don't feel them, they feel good. I'm gonna check for the occipital and posterior chain. I don't feel anything palpable. Your submandibular and your submental, I don't feel like any swelling. And then the next thing I'm gonna check is your anterior cervical chain and the subclavicular. I don't feel any lymph nodes at all, which is good. And the next thing to do, I'm gonna have you resisting against my hands. Okay, perfect. And then you look at your trachea, it looks aligned. Please put on a light. The trachea looks aligned. It's no scars or deviations, which is perfect. Put the light on. And the last thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a look at your thyroid. So what I'm gonna have you do, I'm gonna stand behind you and I want you to put this water in your mouth, hold it in, and I'll let you know when to swallow. So I'm gonna stand behind you. I'm taking a feel at your Adam's apple. I'm gonna move a little bit lateral. Turn your head, put your head down a little bit, turn to the side of it, and swallow. Good, perfect. It moved up and down. And the same thing, take another sip. Hold it in your mouth. Put your head down to the side. Okay, and swallow. Good, your thyroid moved up and down. I don't feel any goiters and everything feels normal.